What's going on, guys? Good morning. So I'm going to make this video updating you on cryptocurrency and what I've learned, which you can apply to crypto right now. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Ethereum. Ethereum is massively undervalued right now. You might think, oh, it was at $900 just a few months ago, and it's not. It's now overvalued. But actually, it's massively undervalued because if you go to watch the burn, Ethereum burn. Sorry, I'm using one hand to write it. Let's see here. I haven't actually gone to this website. So there's 16,000 Ethereum burns this week alone. So this week alone, 16,000 Ethereum have been burned. That's so much. That's like that's like $32 million burned just this week. Just this week alone. And as you can see here, the Ethereum supply has been going down, is negative, in a negative percentage. In the 30-day here, you can see here in July, it crashed. Let's see if there's more. 302 days. You can see here in the 303 days chart. At the start of the year, it has been going down and down. It's now minus 0.3% per year. So that's insane if you think about it. This coin is deflating. And not only that, it doesn't have miners. Previously, it had miners because it was proof of work. So essentially people would waste energy to mine this and then dump the mined Ethereum on the market to pay for the electric bill. Now it's only proof of stake. That means there's no electricity bill to pay. So there's less downward pressure for the price of Ethereum. So there's several factors here that contribute towards the price going up. One of the factors is that the percentage inflation is negative, so it's deflating. There's less and less every day Ethereum, and there's less sell pressure due to there not being miners. And I wanna note, I'm very confident that next year, when the bull run starts picking up after the halving, the Bitcoin halving, we won't see this kind of gas 14 way. We will see, like we saw in 2021, in 2022, some of it. We will see a gas 10 times what it is right now, 14 way, and more, like 200 Kwei and up, maybe even 500, and there will be a lot more Ethereum burns with the hype on Ethereum. So when Ethereum starts picking up and there's the price is going up like crazy, it will burn more Ethereum because there will be more transactions and the gas will go up. And if the gas goes up, more Ethereum is burned. So this creates a extremely favorable environment for the price going up on Ethereum. Extremely favorable. Now, how do you capitalize on the fact that Ethereum is such sound money, has so much potential? Well, you might notice that Ethereum is in the second place on capitalization. It's only under Bitcoin, and it's around half the market cap of Bitcoin. but 230 billion is kind of high. We all know that people, it's not like stocks where just buy them and hold them and theoretically they give you a say on the company. In the case of Ethereum, when you buy Ethereum, a lot of people use it. You buy to use it, and a lot of Ethereum is actually locked away for staking. That's another factor that where staking benefits the price. Not only there's no sell pressure to sell the mined Ethereum to pay for any electric bill like there is for miners, but there's also the factor that you are locking away Ethereum, so that Ethereum doesn't. It's not as easy, to sell that Ethereum. That's a major factor, and there's also a lot of DeFi products built on Ethereum that make you essentially lock away Ethereum and use it. So since there's usability, you can look at Ethereum more like a commodity, not like a stock. So when you see this 200 billion market cap, you should compare it more like oil or gold, commodity that's used, or silver. Silver is also it's used also. So the demands, people, when they compare this to a stock, that's not correct. You should look into all the factors. So there's the usability, the staking, and the deflation. That's all contributing for the price going up. Now, if you really want to make a lot of money, you should also look into purchasing projects that are building on Ethereum, and more specifically, projects that are essential, that are building blocks for Ethereum. Not so much projects that are doing their own thing but use Ethereum as a layer, but more projects that are essential to Ethereum. Now, you might know, if you've been following what Vitalik Buterin says, you might know that now Ethereum is ZK rollup centric. It's essentially, it relies on layer 2s to scale. Ethereum won't scale. That's the fact. Ethereum, now the developers decided that they will upgrade Ethereum, so it allows for L2s to scale on behalf of Ethereum. So Ethereum will remain as is, a very good security layer, an L1 that's slow but has a high level of decentralization, and then there will be L2s that are much faster but less secure. So essentially, L2s are now needed for Ethereum. They are a building block. People will use more and more L2s as Ethereum becomes more and more used, and the L1 becomes almost unusable for. It already kind of is, but in the future it will be even more unusable for just random applications. For if you want to sign some contract for some application, and you have to pay $50, people won't want to do that, so they'll do on the L2s. So L2s right now are a good investment because they capitalize on the Ethereum success and price growth, because as I explained, the Ethereum's ecosystem is very prone, it has everything for the price going up, because as I've explained, it's extremely, as it says here, ultrasound money. It's extremely good money, extremely. So you want to capitalize on the infrastructure of Ethereum. This is also something Arthur Hayes says. He's a very influential person on cryptocurrency. He's made a lot of very good investments. You should capitalize on infrastructure of Ethereum, because we all know Ethereum is the winner. It doesn't matter. A lot of people say Cardano is gonna win, Solana is gonna win, even though it goes down like days at a time. No, Ethereum is a winner. It has always been. There has never been an Ethereum killer that has succeeded. So as I've explained, this is extremely sound money, and you want to invest in infrastructure that builds upon this sound money. Why do you want to invest there? Because there's a higher reward to risk ratio. There's more money to be made investing in that infrastructure. So what is the infrastructure? As I've said already, actually, it's the L2s. They're one of the infrastructure, the L2s. So which L2s are right now online? I've said this on one of my previous videos on airdrops, but I'm going to show you again a website called L2Bits. You can see here on my screen. On the number one spot of total value locked on the L2 is Arbitrum. Arbitrum has 6 billion TVL, total value locked. It's 60% of the market share. So you want to invest in Arbitrum. You should look into getting in at a good spot on Arbitrum. So Arbitrum right now is $2.28. It's kind of pricey, not gonna lie. It's 1.6 billion market cap, and it has a lot of also coins to issue still, So you also have to put that into account. Now, even though it still has a lot of coins to issue, that turns a lot of people off. However, one very common misconception is that your coin has to have a really high volume and it needs to have a really good ratio of circulating total supply. That's a half-truth. Because if you had looked into Bitcoins circulating to max supply in, let's say, 2010 or 2011, 2012, you would have missed out on Bitcoin. So a lot of times when a protocol is just starting out, there's not a lot of minted supply yet. And a lot of times when a coin is just starting out, doesn't have a lot of very high volume, even though this one has. That's just logical, if a coin just launched, it obviously won't have a very high volume. But that's when it's just launched and has a very low volume, that's when you should jump in. That's where the gains are made. If you look into any coin, the people that made the most money are the people that invested when the volume was the lowest, because it just makes sense, because it's when the volume is lowest that less people are buying. The volume is just people buying and selling. If there's low volume, there's few people buying and selling. That's when you make your money. That's when you should buy. So saying that, this volume is actually very good, because it was listed after it was minted. It was instantly listed on Binance and Coinbase, and even on Kraken. Now you can say, there's still a lot of total supply to be unlocked. However, a lot of that supply is actually for the community. It's for the DAO. So that's your money. You understand? A lot of people get confused and say, oh my God, there's 7 billion Arbitrum locked for the DAO. That's really bad. No, that's good. That is your money. You understand? That's the DAO's money. If you have a stake on this coin, that you have a percentage stake on that money. So you decide where that money goes. It could actually go into your pocket, but since the community is smarter than that, they use that money to invest it to grow even further the price of the coin. You understand? So there's a lot of misconceptions. People don't understand a lot of these things. However, there's still a lot of money also to be distributed to the team. That's true. And that kind of sucks. But it's a 4-year window, I believe. I mean, I can look into it right now, but I can actually make a separate video around Arbitrum. Arbitrum distribution. Yeah, I'm using only one hand because the other hand is holding my microphone because it's broke. So yeah. So as you can see here, 4 billion is in dot treasury. That's good. Now 2.7 billion is for the team. That's bad. I know that's very bad actually. And 1.7 billion is for the investors, and then the rest is for the users. However, this value will be released over time, and it shouldn't have that much of an effect on the price since it's being released over time. Now, other than Arbitrum, there's also Optimism. Now, Optimism is even worse in regards to their distribution. Optimism. Because as you can see here, there's 6 million Optimism circulating, 600 million, and the total is 4.3 billion. So just do the math, the percentage circulating to total is worse than Arbitrum. And also it's on the secondly ranked. Now, yeah, obviously the market cap is smaller. It's around 950 million and Arbitrum is 1.6 billion. So you just have to do the math and see if you believe it's worth investing on this one. Now, after that, there's only really small ones. There's this one, DK Sync, that the 5% market share is mainly just farmers trying to get their airdrop. However, they might get screwed because now there has been a lot of development on civil protection. So I've said also in my last video, you should be careful because we don't know before you go investing $10,000 farming ZK Sync and investing also all that goddamn time doing it. Think about the potential for ZK Sync to introduce some civil protection that screws you over, and then all that effort will go to waste. So yeah, be careful about that. Now there's 2 very interesting projects upcoming. Maybe it says, yes, it says here. Base is one of them, and there's also Linea by Consensus, which is the creator of MetaMask. So these 2 are very good, and you should also look at these ones. Why not? But I believe they are much less important. Where you should look at is mainly this Base one and Linea, which is not actually listed here for some reason. So Linea. Let's see if something pops up. Yep, here it is. Should look into this one also. Both Base and Linea have not been released yet. Actually, Linea has launched recently their alpha mainnets. So you should look into that also. Yeah, this is infrastructure. So perhaps you might be even eligible for an airdrop if you use their tools. Now, other than L2s for infrastructure on Ethereum, you should look into LSDs. These are essentially protocols for you to stake your Ethereum, and in return you get a representative of that staked Ethereum, which you can then buy and sell. It essentially is kind of a liquid staked Ethereum, so you can move around Ethereum that's staked. So that's another example of infrastructure for Ethereum. Now the first one is Lido with 2 billion market cap. That's very high, but it's justifiable because Lido holds like around over even 90% of all staked Ethereum. So obviously it's going to be very high. Now, secondly, there's a rocket pool. And then the lower you go, the less percentage of Ethereum is locked on these protocols, and has a consequence, they have a lower market cap. Now you could look into investing in this also, especially if, and it probably will happen on 2024 and the year 2025. These kind of projects will probably have their limelight, and I believe that if you purchase some of these lower ones, you might get a very good return. Now you would need to research them and make sure you're not investing into a bad project. Now, other than these, there's also EtherFi. However, this project has not released their token yet. Or they say they won't. I mean, they make it a bit fake. They say they have no plans for it. However, I believe they will, because when they have the opportunity to make millions, it's like, would you really bet that a team just says no to millions? I wouldn't bet on that. So yeah, we'll look into maybe using this protocol right here, EtherFi. It hasn't been released yet. It's one of the investments. It's one of Arthur Hayes' investments, as I've mentioned. He has made a lot of very good investments. One of those investments by Arthur Hayes was GMX, which made a lot of money for a lot of people. So you should look into EtherFi also. And there's also Opal Network. Opal Network right here. You should also look into this one. They might also release a coin, who knows? And yeah, that's about covers another infrastructure project on Ethereum. So other than this, the L2s and LSTs are the main infrastructure projects that are worth it right now, but there might be others. So you can make your research. You might find some other good infrastructure projects on Ethereum. Now, deviating a bit, I'm making this long as hell, but who cares? Probably no one's listening anyway. So Dogecoin, yeah, it's also, I bought a lot of Dogecoin at 0.052. Now you might say, oh, that doesn't show up. Oh, nice. Now I'm getting a virus. So as you can see here, it doesn't actually go low enough to 0.052. And you would say, you're a liar, you didn't buy 0.52. But I did. I actually did. It went to that value on the exchange that I bought it at. And yeah, I bought it there and also at 0.062. And why am I buying Dogecoin? Because it's an obvious investment. It's a very obvious investment. It's 10 billion market cap right now, and it will be over 100 billion market cap. Why? Because it has the best ambassador on the planet. That's Elon Musk. Understand? He non-stop talks about Dogecoin. If you look into his Twitter, he talks a lot about Dogecoin, and he talks to a lot of people involved in Dogecoin. He's very involved in Dogecoin. Not only that, he's preparing Twitter to become a payment platform also. Do you think he will include Dogecoin as a payment form there? Yes, he will. So 100 billion is the minimum the minimum market cap for Dogecoin. The inflation is mid, it's okay. It's not that bad. You'll make a lot of money if you invest right now. You will at least 10x your money, at least. So if you put in 100,000, if you have somehow $100,000, you put in Dogecoin, you will be a billionaire in 2 years. A millionaire in 2 years. Okay, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You can sue me. You can sue me if you want. I guarantee you'll make money. So since it's such a novice investment, I just put some money into it whenever I can. Why not? It's better than keeping it in the bank account. So this video has already passed 25 minutes, which is fucking terrible. And I should probably make shorter formats videos, otherwise my account will not grow. That will be all for this one. Thank you for bearing with me, and hopefully I've given you good advice, and you took something from this. And I'll try to make more videos whenever I can, giving you good advice when I can. So we will all become millionaires by 2025, guaranteed. We will all be millionaires. Everyone that's listening right now, you will be a millionaire by 2025 if you listen to me, or if you already know this stuff. Okay, so see you in the next video.